Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Since we live in some democratic systems here in the free world comes with democracy, mass democracy, mind you, regardless of how much you know about an issue or an candidate, you get to vote and express your opinion, even if you don't know anything about it. And nullify someone else's who might know something about it, you have a popularity contest. That's what actually democracy is. A popularity contest nowadays, not based on expertise, on abilities to do the job, but on charisma, on getting people behind you by being could be a sleazy person. You know what I mean? So this is what it is. You're a bad person, but you have the charisma to fool people. You're going to get elected in a position. How can we avoid that? Well, maybe it should be some competency test or something. The minimum necessary for you to be a candidate to a position, at least you have to be able to add, know something about the geography, some history and all that. Don't give me the school, because the school, I've been in school here in the United States of America, and I can tell you that there are people who don't know shit with college degrees. So how is that possible? I guess diversity, inclusion, and equity has something to do with all that, anyway. So in this case we have Zelensky, and Zelensky, I understand that's the war. You have to, you don't have to. That's the problem, actually. The mass media is supposed to report the news, the way that it is. Not, to shape the news that they got, the information, shape it in a certain way so they influence your perspective on reality or on a specific person. Remember, if mass media wants, as it had the power before, which we have about 3 big corporations on a TV, or 4 maximum, let's say 1970. You didn't have more than big corporations, and you have some local bullshit, but they were unimportant, let's put it this way, because they didn't have the same weight. They didn't carry the same weight as another big corporation that owned actually those little ones that were becoming too successful, and they were telling the same party line. So here we have the mass media, who obviously is going to tell us how to think about a certain subject, make a certain subject important if they consider that is important for us or not. Otherwise, you don't hear it. You don't hear it. The same, if they want a subject that of great importance to disappear, they don't run it over and over as they do with other ones to get it in your head. Well, this is not really a free, the media is not then doing its job. And that means the media is doing the job for someone else, the bidding for someone else, and that's not you or I. So in this context, we have Ukraine, we have Zelensky, and Zelensky has to, we all have to know that he's the greatest person that ever lived, that he is a great general, courageous, irresolute, like that, strong and all that. All that. You can't say that he's a clown. You can't say that, oh my God, he's, not that good, not that this, not that, maybe he's this or that. You can say it between you and I or something, and if they don't like it, you're not going to hear it. But the mass media is portraying that guy nothing less than better than Napoleon Bonaparte as a general, and more courageous than, the 300 Spartans or something like that. No. He is the best that ever lived. We know that can't be possible, or at least we have information that might not be true. Nevertheless, he's promoted. The problem is there are moments when that's going to be lost. That means, hey, you lose the favor of certain kind of groups. Therefore, you will not be promoted. Remember when this when this war broke out over there in Ukraine, Zelensky appeared almost everywhere. He was invited to speak in front of this, or at that time was just projector, was just a big screen in the German parliament, in French parliament. He went everywhere. He was promoted by everyone. He got all the doors opened for him. That's it. Now, certain doors are doors that were not supposed to be open. I didn't have to know when I go to the bathroom and see a big picture of Zelensky. I'm the best one here, like Zoolander, you know. I didn't have to do that, but they did nevertheless. So it was tiring. Now, there are some situations where he appeared in some film festivals, for instance, and he spoke at a film festival. There's a decision of those guys. I think it's stupid, but I think that's also, it tells me the bigger picture. In this case, Oscar, you know, those, for me, Oscar is just a gimmick. It's an Academy Award. For me, it's just no, I don't watch Oscars. I watch if something happens, and I watch it's an excerpt of something that, whatever, someone said something, but not, I don't, that's like a group masturbation over there of some people or some clowns, some mimics, some court gestures. That's what they are. But they have money. From where? From you, if you watch movies. I don't watch movies. I don't pay for movies whatsoever. So they don't get my money. But it's okay. Where is a demand, there is a supply. And there's a supply. And some of them get very rich. Very good. I'm okay with that. Some of them are good. Some of them are average. Some of them are bad. So it's going to be this Oscar thing that everybody has to freeze and watch it. And a lot of people watch it like, oh my God, yes, can you see how she was dressed? Can you see one? Anyway, it's a perversion of reality, what I can see, at least in the past, I don't know, 15 years at least. Not that it was better before, but it had a little bit more class before. Like many things in our society, had a little bit of value or class, decency, I might add. So Zelensky is upset that he was not invited 2 years in a row to speak at the Oscars. First, when you should speak? Oh, because your other Zelensky, called Sean Penn, promotes his little documentary about you, how you are not. Exactly. So they're all about, oh my God, Oscars. And it's very surprising that the Oscars, which, are a little bit different, did not invite Zelensky to speak. And it was like, oh my God, that's a sacrilege here. So let's see this article. You can find it not only in this one. I found it in about 5 or 6 other mainstream media outlets. This is from Variety. And it says, Oscars reject Ukrainian, okay, President Volodymyr Zelensky's bid to appear on telecast. So he wanted to appear? Right here. He's hurting. Anyway, so for the past year, Volodymyr Zelensky has been greeted, correct, with open arms by award shows. Unnecessary. But as I said, it's a popularity contest, and they have to shape our opinion somehow that this is accepted everywhere. He's a mainstream. He is to be admired. Film festivals and even the New York Stock Exchange. So you see how many idiots are there? Are they spoken or they're just the interest? I think it's just the interest. They're not spoken, But when it comes to lending airtime on the most covered telecast of all, the Oscars, the the leader of the nation of Ukraine, let's put it this way, is being met with a cold shoulder. Wow, what should we do with these guys at Oscars? Obviously, we can't do anything because, all right, we got what? Weinstein and the other guy who's Schindler's List, what's his name is, can't remember his anyway. The one that Tom Hanks is kissing his ass in the past now 20 years. Anyway, he's got, oh my God, I can't remember the name of that guy. Anyway, a very good director. The ones who picked up on, it started with an S, I think, picked up on Indiana Jones. He's doing those. It started with an S. Jesus Christ, I think it started with an S. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about, right? The one with the DreamWorks company. Anyway, so for the second year in a row, the Academy has snubbed Zelensky, oh my God, who was hoping to follow up with his Berlin Film Festival remote appearance last month with a virtual spot on Sunday's Oscar telecast on ABC. Source said WME Power agent Mike Simpson made a plea to the Academy to include the comedic actor turned politician, but was shut down. The Academy declined to comment. Yeah, his name is Spielberg. God damn it, I found it. Yeah, Spielberg and, whatever. You got Weinstein and you got Warner Brothers. No, Warner Brothers, no. The other ones, what's the name? Anyway, so this is it. Everybody is upset about it here, it seems like. Because he's not there. I'm not upset at all. Actually, I don't really care. Because I don't care if he shows up over there. Because it's garbage anyway. So it's going to be garbage with garbage. Who's watching must like that kind of garbage. Watch some mimes being all full of themselves and making lewd jokes and appearing on the stage dressed in a certain kind of way and promoting a certain kind of ideology and ignoring reality and shaping an alternate reality. And everybody was, hey, have you seen how Jingo Banganga was dressed? Oh yeah, wasn't she? Oh no, was I don't know, he was what Psin looking all right? Yes, Psin was looking. That's a pronoun. Psin was looking great. Oh yeah, did you see that? Yeah, and Psin was like a. Jesus Christ! I just see pictures and I go, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, that's a sign I'm getting old. That's true. But getting old, it seems like you still have some values from the past. And when they say it's a progressive society, progressive doesn't mean that you progress up. You can progress towards something down. I'm progressing towards that door. And if I'm progressing to that door, behind that is a little guy with a big club waiting for me to hit me in the freaking head. But anyway, so yeah, Cry Me a River. He's not going to be at Oscars. And I would like to why was he not invited to the Oscars? Because it would have been too obvious for something? I really don't know why he was not invited. I don't have an answer. I mean, he should have been, according to the whole invitation and open doors and red carpet rolled for this guy, not at the Oscars. I think that, sometimes you don't want to draw too much attention to certain things, and I think that could have been one of the reasons. Could be some others as well, but this is the only one I can think right now. I mean, he's loved by those guys over there, and last year moreover he was loved. Maybe because they don't want to, maybe they should invite, I don't know, Michal Reznikov, have Sean Penn and Ben Stiller, have all these guys over there, have Reznikov as well as Michal of those guys. Maybe they get Netanyahu too, and they're gonna have Oscarstein. I don't care. It's on their money. I'm not gonna watch it unless I'm gonna be forced. Hey, you gotta watch it. Okay, let me watch it. Oh, that's fantastic, man. Sparlubi looks very good tonight. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Sparlubi. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Man, I'm laughing at my own stupidity here.